is Trish. Thank you for joining me for today's reading. Today I'm using my new deck. This deck is especially designed for celebrity type readings, scandal readings, conspiracy readings, a little bit of true crime in here, a little bit of getting to what's going on in the celebrity world or with different things going on in the news at the moment. So this is the first time that I've used this deck. I normally work with a deck for about 6 months before I make it one of my rotation decks, but I feel this one is really important. The two cards have popped out, which is the Ace of Cups, connected to love, and getting your hands dirty with the Knight of Pentacles, the dirty work card. And I haven't even told you the topic today. Okay, so I thought I might have a little look at Liam Payne again, since I've got the most relevant deck for this. This deck I've created this deck with the purpose of reading all of that kind of stuff, the PTD stuff, Epstein, conspiracies around Michael Jackson, all of that kind of stuff. So I feel it's really relevant, more so than my other decks, which is predictions, and I definitely read that stuff with my predictions deck, with my signature deck, and a little bit with the true crime deck. But I've made this deck very relevant to these topics. Now, last reading that I done for Liam Payne, he kept trying to tell me something about a deal, and I've been thinking, I wonder if he's talking about a deal, because I did say book deal, because I did see the book and the deal there, but the deal came out many times. So I started thinking maybe I need to clarify whether he's talking about his own deal, his own record label deal, or his own deal with some kind of making another record. Did that fall through? Is he trying to organize another one, or is it a deal made by other people concerning him? Is it a deal? What kind of deal is it? And I feel like I should go into that further. I also wanted to give him the option to just see if there's anything else here that could be more relevant coming from these cards. And also I just wanted to share with you the word, which I'll put it up on the screen, that he gave me, because I had a fairly good contact with him on the last reading. I'm going to tap in a moment and see if I can get his energy back. Now, what I find when it comes to medium reading, and I've been doing medium reading since my 20s, and I'm 50, so for 30 years I've been tapping into spirit and seeing spirit, having spirit come to me in my room, having spirit appear to me in the shower, and physical apparitions of spirit. So it's been many years. So now when he came to me, he said the word, he was talking about the service of alcohol, or somebody that serves alcohol. I didn't say the word because it's not a word I've ever said. I didn't know if I'd be able to pronounce it properly. Sommelier, which I know that it means somebody that serves alcohol and food, so paired together. So I just feel like that was one of the words he was giving me, which was unusual, because it's not a word I ever use, and it's not a word in my circle. So it was just interesting that word came through. And I think also people were saying that he was maybe 1,000 days sobriety. So very interesting that he's talking to me about somebody serving, the person serving him, which is really interesting. So I just wanted to, and I'm just talking now, I'm talking through, and I'll put a chapter in so you can skip through to the reading, but my intention of doing this is to bring his energy through. So as I'm talking about the reading that I done with him last week, his energies, I was feeling that with his energy, and also what was going on around him. So let me see if I can bring that energy through now, and see if I can get a connection here. First time reading this deck. I don't know how I'm going to go with this one. I'm not bonded to it yet. I have created it as part of me. So it's downloads that have come through in a sitting. It was completely guided. This deck was, every part of it was guided to come through. So and the energy on this deck is very powerful, so I'm hoping that it works well, but I'm yet to see. Back. No question yet. I was just tapping in to see if I had a connection there. As soon as I saw that Fool card, the Tower card, I knew that I had a connection. So the dirty work has come out again. As I was doing the intro to this video, the dirty work came out. I'm very drawn to like the shovel and something about this being a cover-up of something. So dirty work means somebody having to do the dirty work, any other way of putting that. Now, but I keep being very drawn to like the cover-up section of this, like covering something over with the shovel. So I know there wasn't a shovel involved here, but it's like maybe, okay, what I'm picking up here is like wanting to keep buried stuff buried. So things, information, knowledge, secrets, things that are scandalous, keep those things buried, keep them hidden, and didn't want anyone digging up any kind of dirt. This is what I'm feeling around here. So the shovel is really standing out to me. So it's like he didn't want anyone to dig up any dirt here, or anyone to be digging too deeply here in this situation, or wanting to keep things covered over or hidden and buried. To keep things buried here is what I'm feeling. Distancing himself from a situation. I feel this could be related to what I'm pulling in here is vultures circling with the birds, but I'm feeling the distancing is the Three of Swords, is giving me the energy of distancing himself from, I don't know if it's the book deal, or I'm going to ask about the deal that he was talking about, because I haven't asked any questions. So this is primarily first tap in, wanting to see if I have his energy and what's going on here. Music industry involved. You can see here the card, the Oracle card, committed to the plan. There was a plan and he committed to the plan. Could be, and it was somehow related to the music industry, because this is music industry. This whole deck is based on the entertainment industry. Here you can see the Fool. He was exhausted or over it. A certain situation around him, he just had enough of it and exhausted by it all. Maybe he was trying to work out the best way forward from here, and that's what the deals were about. Making these deals to work out how to keep things hidden, or how to distance himself from certain people or certain groups, of things that could be coming out possibly. So skills, a very skilled person. He has the skills, and he done well for himself, for his skills. Now also skills being looking this, I feel also is connected to a deal relating to him, his music. So his skills, this is his skills we're talking about now, and working out a deal for his skills, because I did mention in the intro that I wanted to talk about the deal, and what is the deal that you kept telling me about. You know, is it a deal about the book deal? Is it a deal that somebody else made? Is it a deal that you're working on yourself? And this seems to be showing me, because this has a coin in it, it's money. It's being rewarded for your effort, rewarded for your hard work, for your skills. It's being paid for your skills. So there seems to be some kind of issue or something going on, negotiations or something going on around being paid for his work, being paid for his skills, and he was exhausted with the situation and had enough of it. Now the Fool, we know it's the Fool. I will ask more about the Fool and if it was done by somebody else or if it was done on his own. But here I'm seeing the Fool is sitting next to an exhaustion card, which is the Nine of Wands, sitting next to the Tower. Below that is doing what is necessary, the dirty work, or doing what is necessary to distance yourself from this situation here, or this not this situation, but a situation going on around him. And he was trying to make deals here, trying to make it go away, trying to keep things worried about dirt here, definitely being dug up in some way, or and distancing himself from somebody or something. Now let's ask the questions, because as I said, I didn't ask any questions for this reading, this question. It was just simply if I have a connection, and I feel these cards are very relevant to his situation. Okay, first question. Tell me more about the deal that you kept telling me about. You were talking about a deal. What is the deal? Is the deal something that you've made? Is the deal something other people have made about you is a deal related to the book, the ex-girlfriend's book. What is this deal that you keep talking about that was somehow connected to your death? Down here I'm very drawn to an opportunity to be very well known. He is already well known, but perhaps we're talking about his solo endeavours being very well known here. 6 of Wands with the 7 of Cups. So an opportunity around being that he was talking about or negotiating to be very, very well known, but he was trapped. He was trapped by the situation. So we have the 8 of Swords, trapped by a past deal, or being trapped in a deal means that you're not 100% happy with it. You feel it's not in your best interest, but it's some things that you have to do. There's things in this deal that you have to do that you feel obligated or trapped to do in order to have these opportunities to be very well known with your solo career. Foreign lands. Now, related to foreign lands, I find this one really interesting. This is the World card. World card also means end of a cycle, or ending cycles, but I'm calling this one foreign lands. We're talking about well, actually this did happen in foreign lands to his homeland. So this is Argentina, I believe. Buenos Aires is where it happened. So we are talking about something that was going on foreign lands, surrounding or related to the opportunities that he was negotiating, the deals that were being made around him, that he felt trapped or imprisoned in the situation, that he couldn't get out of it any other way. He felt very defensive here, very on the defense around his love or his ex. So whether the current relationship or the past relationship, doesn't say which one, it just says around love. He felt very defensive. He was on the defensive when it comes to love here. Now we're talking about attachment out of the Oracle card. Here it is attachment surrounded by negativity. So he was surrounded by negativity around him, or lots of different situations. He felt like he was being attacked. He felt like he was it was a targeted attack on him. So maybe it was coming from more than one. I really feel it was more than one. I feel like it's more than just the book release. There's more to this, because it says he's surrounded by negativity. So there's a few situations that were around him, not just the book release. There was more. I'm feeling definitely more here as well. Let me just quiet for a second so I can see if I can hear anything here. He's talking about showmanship and grandeur. So I don't know if he's talking about delusions of grandeur or grandeur, and showmanship he's talking about. Okay, he tried to reach out to somebody. And he's saying something here about being denied access to something. Somebody's spoken for or being well spoken for. Okay, saying he had no choice in the matter is what he's saying. No, I had no choice in the matter. Now, what I'm hearing is being let down easy, or had to let somebody down easy, or somebody being let down easy. The raw message coming in there is let down easy. Okay, now he's saying shaping up, or shaping up can be, it's a word that can be used many ways. I'm not going to interpret it, because interpretations are sometimes fallible or left to error, so human error. So if I just bring you through the raw word as I'm saying it, so shaping up, he's saying shaping up. Okay, he's giving me now energy of constant bombardment, or constant, continuous energy coming at him, or bombardment is what the word is. And I guess this is coming into where it says targeted. He felt targeted, attached or surrounded by negativity, bombarded by negativity around him. So we hear the question being a deal. We're talking about a deal. So a deal could be up here. We're talking about a relationship, so on the defensive around a relationship, so perhaps trying to make a deal around that. But I feel it's more than one. It's more than one scenario. It's not just this book that was coming out on him. I feel like in the other reading he was distancing himself from something else as well. It's something he's trying to keep undercover, or not get involved in, distance himself from something. Now I feel that's what I'm feeling. It's more than just one thing. It's not just the love, not just the book. And down here, this is his own record deal, his own solo career. This is him and his skills. We saw the skills card and being paid for your skills in the last spread. This one here is about opportunity to be well known in a foreign land. Maybe the deal was being made in a foreign land. Could have been in Argentina. He could have been making a deal with somebody in Argentina. Who did he meet with in Argentina? Who was he talking to? Was there any negotiations or deals on the table there? Who was he in talks with in Argentina? So because they're talking about foreign lands where deals are being made, or for opportunities for himself to be well known, but he felt trapped in that in the deal. He was trapped in the deal. It was they had him for some reason. So when you feel trapped and obligated to do what you're told, or obligated to do what you must, I feel like they had him because he feels trapped by these opportunities or this deal that was going to make him well known, or that he was trying to work on some kind of deal or negotiation, but he felt very trapped by the situation. Okay, next question. The other question that I really wanted to ask on this reading, I'm only asking the 3 questions, so and then I'll finish just with any final words. So the next question is, was this self-harm or was somebody else involved? I didn't ask it when I asked before. I treaded very lightly on the first original tap-in. But right, here's our deal card. Again, he wants to talk about a deal that he agreed to. A deal that he agreed to. Or a deal that was agreed to. Okay, now I want to talk about the actual moment of going over the balcony railing off the 3rd story. Give me the energy of what happened there, please. Welcome back. Okay, we're talking about the moment of the event. He's saying that it is connected to the deal. Up here, we're starting from the top. He's saying it is connected to the deal. Started off very innocent, but it changed course. It became situation changed. It was what went from an innocent deal or an innocent situation changed. He had brain fog that would be related to being drugged or having drugs, or the brain fog around that. So not in his right mind to make any decision. So what went from an innocent situation turned, it wasn't in his right mind because of the brain fog here. Down the bottom, he has regrets around this situation. It's the 5 of Cups. There's regrets. We've got the debauchery card here, and then the endings of the situation. So endings being, it is the death card. So the death card, and that's what we are talking about in this spread, and that's what's fallen out. So he's saying he has regrets around debauchery prior to his death. Something that was ongoing. A very negative situation. This card says attachment surrounded by negativity. So he's brought this out again, and he felt very targeted. So he was a target because of this stuff here. It's made him a target down here, but complicit in the situation, complicit. Now, and it seemed very innocent, but it became more than just innocent. The situation just turned nasty or turned. Now I'm asking, did I say is anyone else involved? I don't know, I don't remember. I was asking, no, I didn't. I asked, tell me about the event, tell me about what was the energy around him when this happened. So he's given us the list here, which includes the death card, so that he does have regrets around it. You can see there's a cup there around the debauchery prior to the death. This is the death card. That was something that was ongoing, a situation ongoing, a negative situation around him. He felt very targeted in it, but complicit is what the cards have come out here. Next to that is that somebody disappears. Somebody disappears. Enchantment here. So dark arts. Dark arts and enchantment. So, and somebody just disappears. So to me, that on a practical form, if we're not talking about dark arts, we're not talking about dark magic, which we very well could be in this industry. It's a possibility. But if we're not, if we're talking about just a basic kind of practical level thing, which the dark arts or enchantment could be, it would be somebody covering the tracks to disappear, enchanting you. So enchanting is kind of magic where you just disappear. Again, it's two magic kind of cards. Disappearing, escapes unseen, using enchantment, whether that's real black magic or whether that's if I was going down a conspiracy reading on my other channel, I'd definitely push further on the dark side of this, on the conspiracy black magic side of it. But for now, I'm just saying that somebody escaped unseen, and through the use of enchantment or dark arts. That's very interesting. Okay, so control, and there's more to it. There was more behind the scenes than what's being said. Somebody in control. Somebody was in control of the situation, so there was a lot more to it. Somebody knows or organised or made the deal or arranged something. Somebody else was in control. More to it, and he was in a state of brain fog and not able to get a handle or get control of the situation. So what he thought was an innocent situation was not an innocent situation. It changed course. But he was kind of out of his mind. Brain fog, it says here, not in his right mind here. Somebody disappeared, escaped unseen. Somebody, that was it. The person in control was unseen. But there's more to it, more behind the scenes. Really interesting cards. Okay, last question. I'm just making this a nice short one today. First time reading this deck, but I think they're really relevant cards to this case. Okay, any final words? Is there anything else that you want to say? Oh, that's what I was saying. I was talking about mediumship. I don't know where I got distracted from that, that I've done it for many years. I found that when somebody, this is my personal experience, is that when somebody first crosses over, I find them easier to communicate with. I find them, that's where I normally see them visually manifest, or the apparition is when they're really recently passed over. The connection is very strong. Some are confused, in a very confused state is what I've found, but others are not. Others are willing to come forward. They want their story told. They want to talk. They want to get their story heard and tell people. And those people that have a story to tell, want their point put across, they're the ones that are happy to talk to mediums. They're the ones that want to talk to mediums. Now, I feel Liam is one of those. I know there's a couple, Sebastian Rogers, he's another one. He's very willing to come forward. He's very strong in his energy when he comes forward. Nicola Bully, I have a very deep connection to her. I've had apparitions of her. I've had dreams of her. I've had her come forward when I've been in the shower, which water's a conductor. It enhances your intuition. And she's one of those that knows how to play the game, knows how to work the energy with the mediums to get their point across. And I feel Liam is one of those. I feel yes, he will go through his stage. I find it's usually around 6 months. They go in for their healing. You may not hear from them for a little bit, and then they come back. But I feel while they're in their very new state, they're trying to get their word out. They're trying to give a message to the people that they love. They're trying to give their side of the story. And I feel he's one of those. So I'm going to fast action, so things that you have to do in this short amount of time. That's what he's saying. So in this short period between now and the next 6 months, you've got to work to get your message out. Now, is there any final words for Liam? Anything final words? He has a story to tell. Exactly what I was just giving in my description then. He has a story to tell. Now he's numb. Numb can be caused by drugs. This is numbing your feelings, and it can be related to drugs. So trying to level up here. Leveling up was the reason. So he was trying to level up, and that was the reason. So it says the intended purpose. What was the purpose of it all? He was trying to level up here. Feeling it was numb to a situation, or felt very numb or drugged, or numbed and drugged here. So he has a story to tell, and that's what I'm saying. To me, he feels like somebody that wants to come through. He's very clear with his message, so he wants to come through and tell his side of the story. He has a story to tell about exploitation, about information that's not being released, about being set up. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that reading.